I can tell you another fair story, which I wanted to relate to selling food. After the Sonny Liston fight, which was my first loss, I had won 12 in a row, and I thought I could beat anybody. And Sonny Liston had just come off the loss to Muhammad Ali, where he lost the world title. And even though they considered him to possibly be the biggest puncher of all time, I thought I could take him. Anyway, I fought him in the Army in Jersey City, and I lost the fight. They stopped in the 10th round because I was busted up. I had 72 stitches, a broken nose, and a broken left cheekbone. And I took 21 stitches in and out of my mouth, my lips. The guy was a big puncher, and I should have boxed him like I was training to do, but I only knew one style, go forward. You know, my manager said, Chuck, if you take one step back, you can take 2 steps forward. And I used to say, yeah, but if I don't take the 1 step back, I can take 3 steps forward. You know, that was my mindset. And anyway, after the fight, I was in shock for 2 days. I took a beating, even though I pressed the fight, and the fight was fairly close. I was getting hit by everything he's thrown, and this guy was a murderous puncher. Anyway, about a week after that, I was laid up for 2 days, actually in shock. And one day I went in the bedroom. I remember we had a big mirror there next to the bed. And I sat down and I said to myself, I was talking to myself in the mirror. And I said to myself, you know, Chuck, maybe this is as far as you can go. Maybe this is the best you can do. And, you know, are you going to continue fighting and maybe get hurt seriously like a lot of my fellow fighters of that era had done? And even today, a lot of guys walking around on their heels. I'm here for U.S. Foods giving a speech. That proves I'm in better shape than them, I guess. But I talked to myself for about 15 minutes, and I really reassessed my life. And it brings to mind my job and what I did with sales. And, you know, after I got done with my career, I said, you know, do I want to go into something else? Do I want to make a lot of appearances and go around and get hooked up with agents? Or do I want to stay in the liquor business and produce more? At that time, I was doing about $1 million, $1.2 million. And I said, you know what? I've had a great career. I want to keep going. I don't want to give up, but I also have to dig in and try harder with sales. Because you know what? You only get from sales what you put into it. If you're going to go out there, you're going to work hard and try to produce. You're going to make a good living, not only for yourself, but your family, and most of all, your company. You know, your company, we have an average of 10 to 12 guys. We have 235 salesmen with Allied. And we drop 8 to 10, 12 salesmen every year that don't cut the mustard. You know, that's the way sales is. If you don't go out, you don't give 100%, and you don't make the quota, you're gone. So I decided to keep fighting, but I also decided to maybe give a little more time to the job. And the career turned out great. You know, as maybe a lot of you have seen just recently, they did another documentary on me called The Real Rocky, and it was for ESPN. And over 30 million people saw that documentary. As a matter of fact, the sign is about that high off the floor, and the caption is, millions of people watched the movie, one man lived it.